Welcome to the Divine Gossip Podcast. I'm your host, Mackenzie Foster, a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, and spiritual mentor, here to provide you with the next steps towards your dream reality, along with clarity and deep validation while on your spiritual journey. I have an immense passion for all things paranormal, spiritual, and of course, having some super fun chats with incredibly knowledgeable people. In each episode, we will expand our minds, ignite our inner psychics, embrace our spiritual awakening journeys, and live a super grounded, witchy life. I hope you learned something new in today's episode. Hello, and welcome back to the Divine Gossip Podcast. I am so happy you're here. Thank you for watching this video if you're on YouTube or listening to this if you're on an audio platform. I'm so excited to record this episode. I I have so much to talk to you about. Immediately want to address how congested I am. I just am getting over a cold. I have a head cold going on. We have a little cough, we have some sneezing, we have congestion, we have a runny nose. It is what it is. Fall started. Sue me. First things first, I I I love this podcast because it feels so natural to me. I actually feel more comfortable recording than before I record. You know how like some podcast hosts or probably just the normal human in general will get more nervous when the camera is on. Like when the mic is on, I feel more like myself and more comfortable as I'm recording. Is that weird? I think that's a little weird. Anyway, I just did my skincare too, so we are looking greasy, but I promise I'm just moisturized as fuck. Okay? That's what it is. Um, okay, so wow, where do we start? Happy Tuesday if you're listening to this on a Tuesday. I do want to go over some just housekeeping stuff really quick. So yes, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe so that you watch you fucking, you know, watch my video. What am I actually saying? Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get the video version of the Divine Gossip podcast. But also just my videos in general. I'm going to start uploading new moon and full moon tarot readings. I removed that from my membership and I'm instead going to just offer those for free and upload them on my YouTube and then send them into the Enchanted Portal, which is my free Discord community. Um, wow, that was like a lot of new things in one sentence. So let's just break down all of the changes I've made to the Mackenzie Collective. So obviously we have the Divine Gossip podcast, which I have now made an Instagram and a TikTok for. So make sure to go follow those. Everything I'm talking about will be linked in the show notes, just so you guys know, of course. So go follow the Divine Gossip podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and go subscribe to the Mackenzie Collective YouTube channel for the video version of my podcast and for new moon and full moon tarot readings. So as we all know, I have the Soul Guidance membership. The price for that has now raised to $33 a month because you now get an extra episode of Divine Gossip every week. It's like a after show bonus episode that you get in addition to the weekly episodes on Tuesday. So I'll upload the normal episode every Tuesday and then my after show 30-minute 2-hour episodes, 2-hour episodes will go into the membership Discord for my membership people as a little after show thing, which is so fun because that is where I can get very unfiltered. Because I was actually thinking of like a story I'm going to tell today or just like something I'm going to mention today, but I can't say like the full thing because I'm scared of people like listening to it, but I can upload it on the after show. So that's why I made an after show, because I want to be like really unfiltered, like more unfiltered than normal. So yeah, the Soul Guidance membership is weekly bonus episodes of the podcast. It's weekly reading. So every Monday you get a week ahead psychic reading from me. And then you also get to ask me 2 personal questions a month for $33. That is the membership now. And then yeah, so my membership used to have every full moon and new moon, I would do like a 30-minute channeled tarot reading for whoever was in my membership. Just has like a collective guidance for like a really normally emotional time, as a full moon and new moon normally is. But I love doing those, and I'm like, I want to grow my YouTube channel. I want more people in my world and I want more people to benefit from my channeling gift. So why not just make the new moon and full moon readings free for everyone? So now I'm uploading them in my free Discord channels, which my free Discord was called the Spiritual Connection Hub, which I thought was so boring and like way too long. So now I'm calling it the Enchanted Portal, which is kind of the same length, but it's like way cooler. So yeah, join the free Discord for my channeled readings. Tomorrow, Tuesday, October 1st, is the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, which fuck, I'm already fucking feeling. So I'm sick. I'm about to start my period. I actually think I just started bleeding in the bathroom before. Okay, actually, see, this is why I need an after shows because like I can't be talking about that on public platforms. Anyway, I just started my period. and, and the eclipse is tomorrow. So anywho, yeah, my hair looks astronomically good today. Anyway, yeah, that's the update on my business and my bodily functions. So, welcome to Divine Gossip. Now that we have all of that out of the way, I I have so much on my mind, but um my last episode was with Caitlin Fuller, one of my spiritual friends, and she was such a fucking hoot. Oh my God. I mean, her life stories and her personality, her Leo ass is so entertaining. I hope you guys were entertained by that episode. I actually had a guest interview today for the podcast, but I rescheduled it because I didn't want to sound like this for 2 episodes in a row. But her name is Deanne. Hopefully she actually comes on because I'm telling you in advance. So hopefully that follows through. I'm sure it will. She seems great. But she's going to talk about fantasy fiction. She has a book coming out. I think she has written multiple books, if I'm remembering correctly. And we're going to talk about her NDEs, her near death experiences. So that'll be a good episode coming out next Tuesday, right? Yeah, next Tuesday. So yeah, I have some cool guest episodes coming out for you guys soon, and obviously I'm going to be showing up a lot more with an after show. I I decided to do an after show because I feel like I'm finally healing from my past relationship, which if you didn't listen to my episode that's like gossiping about turning 20, my breakup, etc. I go pretty in depth on what I went through, not super detailed just because I want to keep some stuff private. But I gave a good idea of like what that relationship was like, I feel like, and I feel like I'm finally like in a good place mentally now to just be even more open and specifically for my psychic gifts to follow through, to like come through more because I've been feeling the urge to actually talk more and to like share my gifts more and like I'm a yapper. Like I don't want to hide that anymore. I don't want to like censor my voice anymore. And I feel like I was doing that for a long time, and I've talked about this before. I've always had trouble kind of expressing myself in my business, but I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of that now, and it's finally clicking that in order to express myself, I have to actually like show up and be myself fully with no filters, and that's really scary. Because if you try to filter yourself as a business owner, people see straight through that, and it's not authentic. And if you're not authentic, then you won't have an authentic business, meaning you won't have authentic results either. You're not going to make money and have success if you're not being real, because realness meets realness. Like you're not going to get real results if you're not showing up real first. And I want to help people. I want to help you find clarity and to help you see different perspectives and to entertain you and inform you and stretch your mind and make you feel comfortable and understood, because that's my favorite feeling in the whole wide world, is feeling understood. Um, and I feel like in order to do that, I need to show up more. I need to show up more and like do my thing more and be myself more and put myself out there more. And what better way to do that than to create more podcast episodes and to put myself out there and to take my podcast seriously? That's why I made an Instagram and TikTok account. I I want my podcast to get the fuck out there. And we are finally working on all the equipment. If you see this thing on YouTube, this black thing. It's a whole contraption here. That I will figure out soon. I have it on my calendar for next week, y'all. Or no, I don't know when I put it on my calendar, but I put it on my calendar to like take a day and like set it all up. So we're getting more and more real with it. Okay. I move quickly up here, but when it's time to put stuff in action, especially with technology, I'm just really quite slow. So, and that's okay. Okay. That's okay. This shit's complicated. I mean, if you want to come over and do it for me, you totally can. Anyway, not me getting like an attitude with you. Like you didn't even say anyway. So yeah, that's why I made an after show. And anyway, back to me healing. I feel like and this is so cool to say because and I'm on my period, so I'll probably cry. I mean, like, sue me. Like, what the fuck ever. If I cry, I cry. Um, I feel like I'm finally back to a place where, and I say back to because I feel like in 2020, actually literally before my last literally before I got into my last relationship, I felt really okay with being alone and really good about myself. I was like, you know what? I don't need a man, but I'll have one, you know. I'll take one if I want. If someone shows up, sure, I'll give them a shot. And you know, now that I think about it, I wasn't like healed, you know, like I wasn't like I still looked at the man who ditched the boy, let's correct myself there, the boy that did show up as something that needed to be fixed as a project, which is fucked up. So I certainly wasn't healed. However, I was okay without him. And relationship went on. I was very codependent. And when I went through that breakup a few months ago, think I said this in the last episode when I talked about it in depth was the first thought I had was I can't be alone. I can't be alone. I can't do this. I can't be alone because I'm used to having someone up my ass 24/7, right? So I'm like I can't fucking do this. I can't do this. I can't be alone. This is so uncomfortable. It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever been through. And I'm finally at a point now where I spent the whole day alone and I loved it. I loved it. I cried so hard and because like just okay, well that sounds like I'm having like a mental breakdown. I'm not. I'm just saying I'm on my period. Sometimes you just cry for no reason on your period and I'm sick. I don't fucking feel good. Um yeah, that's kind of it. And uh I've been overthinking a lot lately and it's interesting cuz yeah, today I could actually handle my emotions on my own and not rely on someone else to like be a comfort for me. And that was really cool to feel. That was really cool. And I know that sounds kind of psychotic that I relied on someone else, especially a boy, to be that comfort. But I think when you're in an unhealthy codependent relationship, that's kind of what happens is like, oh, you're gonna fix my feelings. Oh, I'm sad. Okay, you now make me happy. Like you put your power outside of yourself instead of like finding all of the answers and comfort and fulfillment within yourself. And that's where things can get unhealthy. So yeah, I feel like I'm finally now at a place where I don't need a man anymore. I don't need a boy anymore. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, I am seeing someone. Oh my God. No, I just thought that would be funny to say. I am seeing someone, but I don't need him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like, I want him, but I don't need him. And I didn't need him. I didn't need him today. I don't need him tomorrow. I don't need him yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, I'm finally at a, I should not have said that at that time. I feel like I just fucked up everything I was saying, but I hope you still take me seriously. Like, although I have taken a break from serious relationships, obviously, um, I'm certainly at a place where I feel independent and fulfilled and safe and comforted. And okay on my own. And that's really cool. And I feel like as I'm actually stable, I am able to like show up in my business even more. Not even with like business owner stuff, but just like with my gifts. Like I feel like with your intuition, excuse me, with your intuition, it is very, very hard to use it and hear it when you are not okay. Like you have to be in a stable, equal, at a stable place in your life in order for your channeling abilities to fully come through. If you're doing readings for other people, if you have a podcast, if you're a therapist, if you have to talk to people all day, you have to be like in your zone, like doing what you do best, communicating well. It's hard for your channeling abilities to like actually come through in their fullest potential when you feel like stuffy inside, like something's not right, like you have pain and you have guilt and sadness and fear and anxiety. Like sort your shit out and you will see how easy it is to show up in your fullest potential with the skill that you're good at. Like for real, like for real, for real, for real. um so yeah, I feel very natural at um talking right now because I feel like I have the fucking mental capacity to show up in my fullest potential. Because I'm not having someone, whether it is me, a friend, a partner, whoever, shoving me down in a deep dark hole all day. Do you know what I mean? Not to be dramatic, but you know me. So yeah, that's where we're at. Feeling pretty good. Physically, I'm good, but I'm sick. So, you know. But yeah, let's talk about being sick. So it's interesting because if you're spiritual, you know this. Okay. If you're spiritual, you know this. When you get sick, it is literally only for one reason. Okay. You ready? Especially with like an annoying cold like this, or even when you're knocked on your ass sick, too. Like either one. You only get sick because the fucking universe, God, spirit, whoever you believe in, whatever you call it, is knocking you on your ass for a fucking reason. You need to chill. You need to chill. If you're sick, you need to chill. You need alone time. Here's what you need. You need alone time. Alone time. The only living, breathing thing around you can be plants or animals. You need alone time. And you need to actually, that's kind of it. Because alone time, you focus on yourself, you recharge, you take care of yourself. That's what you need to do. And that's what you haven't been doing because your energy has been so dispersed and like splatted everywhere that your body's like, okay, let's bring it back in because look at what you're doing. You're making me sick. Let's bring it back in. That's why you're sick. You need to fucking chill. Chill, chill, chill. That's what I've learned. I feel like for me, I got sick because this whole week I feel like it showed up like Thursday ish. No, Wednesday. Wednesday. It showed up Wednesday because the whole week and the week before that, I was focused on everything but myself. I was focused on my mental capacity. I was focused on my business. I was overthinking too, overthinking my business, the guy I'm seeing, my a family situation, my health, my school life, my ODU school fucking what am I saying? College? What am I saying? I was overthinking my classes. Yeah. I was overthinking every single area of my life. And my body was like, okay, you want to freak the fuck out? We'll freak the fuck out too and make you chill at the same time. So, yeah, just a little spiritual lesson for you. If you're sick, you need to chill, you need to recharge. Bam, bam, bam. Next, I want to talk about what it's like dating after a toxic relationship. And this will teach you something whether you're in a relationship or you're single. Um, It is here's what I want to talk about specifically. It is very, very interesting in a hard learning lesson going from chaos all day, every day, whether it's internal or external, to peace. You hear that? Peace. It's really uncomfortable going from an absolute fucking whirlwind of a relationship that therefore affects your other areas of your life and therefore affects your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health, just fucks everything up like a fucking tornado, to like a lotus flower unfolding slowly before your eyes. Like it's like the most like contrasting thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like going from the most stressed out I have ever been in my life, so much so to the point where I'm starting my period today, right? I've had little to no cramps. Like I feel more mentally okay than normal. Flashback to when I said I was crying all day. No, but I'm acting way less crazy than normal and like way more stable than normal. And that like when I was in like a chaotic environment and I was on my period, I had to like drug myself all day. I had like I couldn't move from like chronic like throwing up, passing out pain, and like it just my point with this is your body reflects when you're stressed out. Like if you know how stressed you have to be for your physical health to be fucked up in result of that. um it's so interesting to go from such a chaotic environment where it was so bad it was reflected in my physical health to now a peaceful, healthy situation on all fronts. That transition is so crazy. And when you're getting out of a toxic relationship, it is genuinely the most like life altering, chaotic, uncomfortable death you will ever, not ever, probably not ever, but just like one of the craziest things you'll probably ever go through. And it's been crazy. It's been like the weirdest thing for me to navigate because what do you do when you're the only one in your life like compared to the people around you that has been through such an unhealthy situation where now I have all of these like toxic traits and patterns that I need to reflect on, and all of these limiting beliefs and like beliefs about myself and about relationships and about men and about like just these like this like baggage I carry with me that I need to address and let go of for the sake of like other people around me too. Like I am like seeing this guy right now and it's teaching me so much. I've never, I realize I've either only been in a serious, committed, one on one relationship with one person, like literally ride or fucking die, G Easy, Halsey type fucking quote unquote love, like ride or fucking die to an unhealthy point, like codependent, like up each other's assholes, like kind of relationship, like bad. And you think that's love until you get out of it and you're like, what the fuck was that? You're like, wait, I actually did that? Yeah. I've only been in that kind of quote unquote, well, I was gonna say love, but relationship. Or I've been in my single era with like 10 different guys in my phone, like just trying them all out. You know what I mean? Not in like a fucking, I'm not like, okay, whatever. It's 2024, fuck off. But yeah, I've either experienced one extreme or the other, which I'm very an all or nothing person. And I really try to work on that. You know, I'm very like black and white. You know what I mean? I'm very all or nothing. And that can be very unhealthy at times. So hold on, I need water. Yeah, so that's been kind of crazy because now I'm seeing this guy and he's teaching me the in between where you actually get to know someone slowly, slowly, and you experience life together on two separate paths as a team, but you're two independent individuals, like how it's supposed to be. I've never experienced that before. I've only experienced dating boys who need me to mom them and I've only experienced codependent relationships. So it's interesting to experience a healthy relationship because I can see the difference and I'm aware of the difference. And he's teaching me, not him, but I mean, kind of, but this, I don't want to say relationship because I feel like he's going to listen to this. Well, I mean, I guess we're in a relationship, not like dating, but I don't know. I'm going to say this relationship, but that doesn't mean that we're dating. I'm just saying. Um, this relationship is teaching me how to self reflect in a way that I never have before. So it's interesting going from a toxic, chaotic, codependent relationship to a healthy, neutral, strong, stable, independent relationship because I can see how I used to act and how I needed to act to survive to navigate my situation. So, like, no shame in my past self, but to like being okay. Like, I'm okay. Like, I have my friends, I have my family, I have myself, I have my spirituality, I have my cat. And a boy is just a cherry on top. Like, I don't need him. And that's something I've never experienced before. And it's really cool. So, I don't know. I don't know if you've experienced that, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm experiencing two different realities right now. And it's a really cool opportunity because as much as change is such a death and rebirth at times, it also just teaches you so much. And it is such an opportunity to grow and learn. And it took me a long time to see that. And I know in the back of my head, like I always thought, oh, this relationship and this breakup and this chaotic situation and this ending and this horrible thing is always teaching me something, but now I really see it. Now I really know what this is teaching me. And as we're going into like a new moon solar eclipse in Libra, Libra is all about relationships and harmony and balance and being diplomatic and seeing both sides of the situation and just harmony. Now that we have this energy going, I'm like, dang, this was teaching me how to navigate relationships in a healthy way. That's all it was. That's all it was. And I think the number one thing I've learned in regarding that topic is that you will never healthily navigate a relationship unless you know the relationship, unless you are stable in the relationship with yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, if you are not your own, ride or fucking die. And I mean, you will do anything to protect your peace, to protect yourself, to be there for yourself, to be your own fulfillment, to be your own comfort, to be your own peace. If you're not all that for yourself now, no one else can be that for you in the future. No one else. Because, and here's what I've learned, and obviously I'm still learning and gaining new perspectives all the time, but right now when that comes up, what comes up as I say that is the reason no one else can actually fulfill you is because people are unpredictable. People are so unpredictable, and placing your fulfillment and your power outside of yourself is not sustainable because you will always have you. You don't know if you'll always have them. They have free will, you know? Excuse me. So yeah, that's no big deal, just what's going through my head. Yeah, and that's been a really hard lesson to learn just cuz I think what it always comes back to is I'm such a fucking feeler. I'm such like a I see into your soul. I see how fucking beautiful you are and how much of a good person you are. And sometimes I guess I use that as an excuse to be someone's ride or die even though they don't deserve it. Because it's not always our responsibility to take control of a toxic situation. Sometimes it's our responsibility to protect ourselves from it and leave. Like, set down the control issues, set down the I got it, I can do it, I can fix it. Like, you don't have to. You actually don't have to do that. And you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You should remove yourself from a situation that is damaging you mentally and emotionally. Um and yeah, sometimes it's hard for I don't mean to boil this down to like being an empath, but like sometimes it's really hard for sensitive ass people to do that because we just see good in everything and are have hope for everything and have motivation and willpower and determination to just make it all better. And that's great. That's great. But not after a long time, not after it gets a little bit too old. It gets old after a while, it gets unhealthy. Anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, I'm just learning a lot, like actually navigating love in a healthy way. Um, and it's interesting because it doesn't I think my perspective will change over time, of course, but it's such a fucking crazy thing to say out loud, but I'm just gonna say it because hopefully it'll help someone. But healthily navigating love and relationships doesn't have to be boring or lonely. Just because you are moving slow with someone doesn't mean you have to be alone at the same time. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I always thought that because I'm such a fucking lover that I need to be like deeply in love with someone in order to like feel fulfilled. And I think I'm at a point now where, and again, I think my perspective will change maybe, but my fulfillment, one, comes from myself, number one. But number two, it comes from my friends, my family, my animals, my spirituality, my hobbies, my interests. Like, that's how I fulfill myself, not because of a man. And I'm not saying that to like degrade men. I'm saying that because maybe I am. No, I'm kidding. Maybe I am saying that to degrade men. I don't know, but and this is why I'm saying maybe my perspective will change, but I'm just saying like I'm never going to um rely on a man for anything. Like what? Like anything. Like if I'm feeling lonely, I'm not going to a man. Like sure, it like if you want to, that's fine. Like some temporary, fun, whatever, that's fine. But it's like unless we're married, unless we're married and have a life together, you're not I'm not relying on you for anything. You know what I mean? Like I think that's where I mistook the dating world is that when I like someone, oh, we're all in, we're soulmates, we're ride or die. No, no, no. We still have stages to go through. Like, okay, we're talking, okay. This is like the trial period where we see if we're gonna get serious in a serious relationship or not. Okay, now we're in a serious relationship with boyfriend, girlfriend. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, now you proposed. Okay, I'll say yes. Okay, now we're married. Now we're locked in. Okay. You know what I like that's how I look at it now. And maybe I'm wrong. Or I don't think I'm wrong, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Um, maybe that's controversial. But I'm like, unless like because marriage is like a symbol of you're choosing each other for life. Like you are vowing your vows. I vow to you through sickness and health, I'm your ride or die. You know what I mean? And I think it's like, unless we do that, like I'm not putting all my not that I'm keeping my options open or some bullshit like that. I'm just saying like I will never find okay, actually, I think what I'm trying to say is I will never find fulfillment from someone from a man. Like I will only find fulfillment from myself, from my family because I'm stuck with them forever. You know what I mean? Like that's my mom. You know, and like she's came out of her vagina. So kind of can't change that now. And you know, people can pick and choose their family. I have a great mom, so I choose her. You know what I mean? So I'm getting my fulfillment from myself, my cat, my hobbies, my interests, my spirituality, my mother, my father. You know, like that's where my happiness is. And I just don't think I'm at a point now where I think that my fulfillment can come from a man. Now, a very special man, maybe, you know, I think that I won't be able to actually place my fulfillment outside of any of that unless you are really fucking special. And I think that's what I've learned throughout all of this. Another thing I've learned throughout all of this is you have to go through fucking rigorous testing in order to be placed into my life on a permanent, committed basis. Okay. Because if I am allowing myself to be vulnerable with you, to find comfort in you, to find any sort of fulfillment in you, that means you are chosen. Like you have earned that. Um and I think back then, literally a few months ago, I used to just give anyone that role. I used to give any man that role, any boy that role. Oh, I like you, so okay, I'll let you into every single part of my soul, every single part of my life, every single part of my psyche. I will plan my whole entire future around you and us and our relationship. Fuck that. If you want that, you're gonna have to be the one. You, you know what I mean? And I think that's what I mean by that. I'm not saying this is shit on men. I'm not saying I value men. I think that men are very cool. Wait, who said that? Who said that? There's a quote. There's a quote. I think who's that? Cher. I love men. I think men are the coolest. Yeah, who is that? Cher. Yeah. Yeah. See, okay. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest, but you don't really need them to live. No, you don't. You don't. And that's not shitting on men. Men are the coolest. I love men, but yeah, I don't need them. And if I fulfillment's tricky. I want the whole quote. Hello. But you don't really need them to live. My mom said to me, you know what, sweetheart, one day you should settle down and marry a rich man. And then she goes, Mom, I am a rich man. So she was talking about money. You know, that's a good pointer on money. However, I think that goes for like every single area of your life. Now, is it okay to feel emotional fulfillment in a man? Yes, but should he be your whole happiness in your whole world? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Um, I just, yeah. Hopefully that made sense. I don't know. I'm still navigating this. I'm still navigating this. This is my first time feeling this way. It's my first time living, y'all. I don't know. In this life, in this body as Mackenzie Foster. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I've been navigating. Next I want to talk about, I love it. I'm like, next we're gonna go over this. But no, I want to tell you guys some things that are giving me life right now. First of all, the app CoStar, I know it's controversial in the astrology world that it's probably not accurate. It's very accurate for me every day. Today, look what it says. You are learning not to oh, oh my god. You are learning not to overthink it. After I just went through like a giant overthinking spell, like what? So yeah, that's pretty accurate. Love that app. Anyway, not what I was gonna say. I want to give you guys some music to listen to, and I want to give you guys a show recommendation because I wanted to talk about this the whole podcast if I'm gonna be real, but I didn't know how to title it. So I just want to go on a like a small rant real quick. I'm so sorry about all the bodily functions. Oh my god. This is what happens when I talk. Like I burp, I cough, I sneeze, I do all the things. Okay. I really wanted to make a point this episode to talk about music and TV shows slash movies and how much of a role they play in my spiritual journey. I'm not fucking playing whatsoever. Music, I listen to music all day, every day. There's always music playing. There's always a podcast playing too, but always music. If there's not a podcast, there's music. If there's not music, there's a podcast. Maybe that's my problem with silence. Actually, I've been fucking with silence lately. I love some silence lately. Anyway, long story short, I listen to a lot of music and I take music very, very seriously. I think music is witchcraft. I think it's transmutation, it's magic. I think music is pure magic on earth. I think music is just what will save us all. And I think that music has saved me in many instances. I think music is a conduit for such transformation, and I love music. I love it. I think it can change my mood. It can process my feelings. It can manifest money for me. I have a manifest money playlist. Every time I make it, I make money. Not kidding. Not kidding. But you have to do it intentionally though. Okay. Okay. If you guys want me to go more in depth on music and TV shows and movies, I will do that. I will make a whole fucking episode on what speaks to me and what certain music and certain TV shows and certain movies have done for me on my journey. But for now, I want to give you two songs and one TV show that have changed my life. Not kidding. Not kidding. Okay, so um let's do this. Music first. So yeah, music is literal magic. Like I have a processing sad emotions, sad feelings. What is it called? It's literally called yeah, processing sad feelings playlist. I called it that because I don't want to call it just sad music. I wanted to have a playlist that I can intentionally play when I need to cry because sometimes I just need to cry it out. Okay. So yeah, I have a playlist for that. Music helps me do that. Playlist for when I work out. I literally hit PRs up the wazoo. Up the wazoo with this fucking playlist when it's playing. Reggae, I mean immediate I have a I have a playlist for my business that I'm gonna upload soon on my link tree just to get in it's called the Mackenzie Collective Realm, songs that represent my business. I have a gardening playlist. If you know, you know. Gardening, okay. Just made that one. What else? Morning good vibes playlist. So if I'm in a wake up in like a shitty mood, for like no reason, which happens sometimes, I'll playlist. What? I'll playlist? Okay. I'll play this playlist. And it's like immediate good vibes, mostly reggae, but sometimes it's like surf music, high vibe music, pretty cool. So yeah, I just think music can do literally like manifest whatever we want. Like it can shift my mood and emotions so fast. It's crazy. But these two songs in particular, I mentioned the artist Lily, Is That You? If for some reason she's watching this, I will do anything for you. Okay. Anything. Anyway, I have mentioned her before. Lily, Is That You? Oh, one of my favorite artists of all time. Don't tell me why. Don't ask why, because I won't be able to tell you. Obviously, she's very talented, very beautiful, very good, very amazing voice, very relatable music. But like I've showed it to people and they're like, okay, like it's good music, but like why does it speak to you on such a level? I don't know. Maybe me and Lily had a past life together. I really don't know. But it really fucking hits. She just came out with a new song called Another One Down. Oh, so good. So good. So good. So good. So good. So good. Anyway, it's basically a song about how she like hooks up with her boyfriend, her friend that's a boy, and he leaves her right when she starts to show affection. And she's like, oh, well, another one down. I'm not surprised that you're leaving. And she talks about being the loneliest girl. Oh, and there's this part that just fucking hits. It's so good. Oh, so good. Very relatable. That another song. Oh my god, I posted this on my Instagram story. Oh my god. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but Iniko, Iniko. Um, she has written, I don't think she has pronouns actually. I think it's they. Um, but they wrote Jericho, the King's Affirmation. It's like feel like Jericho, feel like the wait. Oh wait, no, that's SZA. Oh wait, no. That's so embarrassing. Wait, let me listen to this. Hold on. Oh, just kidding. That's like I don't even know that song. But the King's Affirmation, you all know that song, right? It's like I will be one of the greatest. That is a value. That is a promise. That one. I don't know if y'all know it. Anyway, very good artist. She looks like that. They Nico. Her song Armor. Oh my fucking god. That song, that song is so fucking good. Very good. Very good song. Please play it as soon as possible. Oh my god. It's just so like of not on of this earth kind of music. Like it is just absolutely out of this world brilliant. Yeah, I really love it. Those are my two song recommendations. Definitely dive in ASAP. Rocky. No, I'm kidding. Music joke. Okay. And then I have a TV show. I'm running out of steam here. I'm gonna wrap it up. But anyway, TV show LBX Outer Banks. It's on Netflix. Season 4 comes out October 10th. This is not sponsored. I just am dead fucking serious. This is probably one of the best shows besides Dance Academy. If you know, you know. Besides H2O, if you know, you know. Besides Avatar, like there's certain shows that are an exception, but this is one of the best shows ever. OBX gives me the sense of adventure, love. It's a show that is pure adventure. It's pure adventure. It's pure. Oh, I love it. I love it. Highly recommend that show. Yeah, very good, very good. I don't know what else to say. It's a 10 out of 10. Yeah. I hope that was helpful. I love you all so much. Join the free Discord linked below. Join the membership for the after show. I'm gonna go record that episode now, a little bit more unfiltered. And yeah, I will see you guys next Tuesday. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening. Please rate and review Divine Gossip on whatever platform you listen to it on. Subscribe, turn your post bell notifications on for YouTube. Go follow the Instagram and TikToks, the Mackenzie Collective Divine Gossip Podcast. You'll hear it all in the outro, sorry. Everything's linked below. I hope this was helpful for you. Seriously, I know I rambled a lot. I was all over the place, but this is just kind of how I roll. The lighting and video will get better, I promise. Okay, bye.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to rate and review Divine Gossip on whatever platform you listened in on. Head to the MackenzieCollective.com to work with me further. If you have any questions or have any topics you want me to cover or any guests you want me to have on, please email all of that to info@themackenziecollective.com or go to the episode description to fill out my Google form. I love you. Thank you for listening. See you in the next episode.